Hello, students. Welcome back to yet another topic of improvement in food resources. Here we will talk about animal husbandry and discuss their, different kinds of, organisms which we keep or we work with under animal husbandry, like cattle, poultry, and fish farming. Okay, so let's get started. Let me just, yeah. Okay, so what exactly animal husbandry is? It is a scientific, management method where, animals are kept for milk, eggs, meat, wool, and other products. What we do in animal husbandry is we feed the proper fodder, okay, or proper food to the animals. Then we also provide them with, a balanced diet to maximize their health and hence ultimately the productivity. Okay, then comes the breeding. So there is selective mating that to improve the next generation through which we can yield more and more quality products. Okay, then comes the shelter care. So we also provide them proper housing and other conditions which are required, and we control disease among the animals. So we vaccinate them, we take any kind of preventive measures, like we clean the area and everything else to make sure that there is the animals are disease free. Okay, so an animal husbandry is vital for food security and also for economic growth of a country. Okay, now importance of cattle farming is basically it helps in producing milk, which is primary source of dietary products, and also milk is rich in calcium and lactose sugar and protein, so that's why it is so important in our diet. Then meat, so beef and buffalo meat is also used in different part of the country, and as well as different other like country all over the world. Okay, then hides, so that is used for leather industry. Okay, and then comes the manure. So manure is like the extra waste that is coming, like cow dung, which is coming from cows, that can be used for our crops. Okay, now if we talk about dairy breeds, so specialized for milk production, and there are different kinds of cows like Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Gir. Then if we talk about drought breeds, this is used for labor and plowing. For example, you might have seen bull and every other organism, for example donkey. So these are actually helpful in carrying the weight. Okay, they are not producing something, but they are helping us to carry weight from one place to another. So example here is Nagori, Malvi, and Halika. Okay, the last is dual purpose, so it gives milk as well as labor, like Haryana, Ongle. So all these are few examples. Sorry. Then comes the cattle farming practices. So first is feed management. A balanced diet is given to the animals. For example, fodder, hay, straw, and also some concentrates. So balanced diet is, the roughage which will help things to digest. But concentrates are oil, cakes, grains, minerals, which are concentrated with a particular kind of, you can say, if we talk about specific kind of nutrient. So concentrates are rich in nutrients, okay, rich in particular nutrients. Okay, then if we talk about breeding, so natural breeding versus artificial insemination, we take help of these methods, and cross breeding improves the quality of the milk and also causes or make sure that the animals are disease resistant. Now, disease control, regular vaccination are given against the foot and mouth diseases to these animals. Cowpox vaccinations are given, and clean shelter is provided with the periodic health checkups. Okay. Now, poultry farming, basis would be 1 second. Yeah. So, domestic bird poultry is related to domestic birds which are kept to lay eggs or for meat purposes. So here the advantage of poultry farmings are there is less investment here. Okay, and also the space compared to other livestocks it would take is less. Now, quick returns, bird mature and produce eggs very, very rapidly. Okay, and high feed conversion efficiency creates employment opportunities in rural areas. People can, work in such kind of not industry but small farming levels. Okay, so now there are two breeds. One is egg laying breed, white leghorn, Rhode Island red, and Plymouth rock are the egg laying birds which can lay eggs about 250 to 300 eggs per year. Okay, and meat breeds are known as the broilers. So broilers are Asil, Cornish, and Plymouth rock. Again, fast growth is seen here in these types of birds, and ready for market in 6 to 8 weeks only. Right, nowadays a lot of chemicals are being put to make sure that these birds lay a lot of egg, but that is very, very unhealthy method. Okay, now coming to poultry management. So protein rich diet is provided to these birds. Okay, vitamin, mineral, carbohydrate, and clean supply of water. Then how the shelter is, it should be hygienic, well ventilated coops should be made. Okay, the coops are like this. This is the coop in which they, live. Okay, and proper, protection from the predators. So any kind of different predator shouldn't, enter that space, and proper lighting and temperature control, right? Last is diseases. So again, these are also, vaccinated. The birds are vaccinated against ranicate and fowl pox. Okay, regular health checkup is there and biosecurity measures. Production methods are battery cage system. So birds kept in a very small wire cage arranged in tiers. Like one tier is would be this, and on the top of that another tier would be cage like this. So easy monitoring but limited movement of the bird. And deep litter system is it's like this one. So floor covered with absorbent material like rice hulls and more natural movement for the birds. Okay, so these cages are the battery cage system and this is deep litter system. Okay, I hope you are getting it. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Now, importance of fish farming, if we talk about it. So fish is, we know, rich in protein, and it is mostly found in coastal areas or near the lake and pond. So what happens is types of fish farming are there. First is marine fisheries. So here you are getting fishes from your marine or saline water, that is sea and oceans. Examples would be prawn, tuna, mackerel, sardine. Okay, and the methods to catch these fishes or through what farming method is trawling, line fishing, and purse seining. So in detail we'll discuss it later in classes. Inland fisheries. So inland fisheries are freshwater fishes which are so inland. Okay, you can imagine it like that maybe. So freshwater fishes which comes from ponds, lakes, and rivers. Examples are rohu, katla, mrigal. So these will be seen in northeastern states, and these will be seen mostly in coastal areas. Okay, composite fish culture is 6 to 7 compatible species are grown together in the same kind of pond. Okay, here for example you can see different species utilize different feeding zone. So suppose if you are growing different kinds of fish here in this different regions are made. So some fishes might live very deep underwater. Okay, some might wanna stay here. Okay, and the second level, some stays on the third level, right? So they divide their zone, so that's how they will feed on that particular zone and not fight with each other for food. And that's why maximum pond productivity will be seen and resource utilization will also be there. Okay, so these are all example here. Inland fisheries, I forgot to discuss. So methods are pond culture, cage culture, integrated farming. How it's done, we'll discuss again later. Okay, integrated farming is done with the rice crops. Okay, now advantages of aquaculture would be higher yield. In very, very less time, you will get a lot of, yield. Controlled environment. So environment is controlled according to you. You can have desired traits. Okay, you can do selective breeding there. Then better market value. So consistent size and quality of fish will give you a good year-round turnaround. Okay, and then environmental benefit. So it reduces the pressure of natural fish populations. Okay, so that is it. Okay, now so we have discussed about cattle, we discussed about poultry and fish. You can just take a screenshot. Okay, right? Now test your knowledge. So name one Indian dairy breed of cattle, that is Gir, Asil, Rohu, Rhode Island Red. What is pisciculture? Fish farming, poultry breeding, cattle rearing, or silk production. And lastly, name one egg laying poultry breed. Okay. So, first milk production, India is the largest largest producer of the milk, and fish accounts for about 10% of India's total exports are there, and 250 plus egg production. So, a single egg can lay actually more than 250 eggs per year. Okay, so that is it. You can go through this, and thank you so much for joining the session. And you can contact me through my Urban Pro profile for any kind of doubt or query. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.